What's up, guys? Mikey in the building. Hope you guys had a great day today. GRRR was a phenomenal runner. Gave about 85% gain on this one, which was great. Okay. I'll show you the daily on this one, and really why I played this one versus the other ones. There wasn't a lot going on. You did had Y10. Y10, real quick. I'll break this one down too. Um, and then daily wise, Y10 was a great pre-market trader. They had a lot of controlled walkdowns. Okay, these are 200K orders right here. This is a controlled walkdown. This is another controlled walkdown, and this is a great seller absorption with no continuation or that heavy offer overhead, right? Or passive orders trying to shove it down, right? They had these limit passive orders right here on the book, 38 and 39 cents, and as soon as you see some sellers get absorbed down here, there is no more selling on the best bids, okay? Then this starts to put in some higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and now we start to get some spoof bids on this, and we come and clean out these offers, right? Retrace and actually make new highs from pre-market setup. That was great. And then they did the same thing again over here. Same type of structure where they put on some offers, throw in some more offers, they pull them. This consolidates over a previous area of interest on the book. If you see this right here, holds up and then goes for new highs. Okay. Now, open market, you can clearly see how this book shifted. All right. It got heavy. It flipped. There was so much offers. There's so much overhead, so much passive orders on this book. And then there was just no more follow through with buyers, okay? And you can see this, it closed down to 35. So it pretty much popped up, faded, and just faded for the rest of the day and pretty much got real heavy. And there wasn't really any more appetite on the best offer, okay? Again, on this one, it's like why playing this one? You can see this one, especially with it's very important to see what kind of daily you're trading, right? This is a window gap daily. This entered this gap. And then if you can see the crosshairs right here on the daily on the left corner, now we're opening up really high. Okay, we're opening up high. We got look left structure. Okay, this thing was very controlled. Once, twice, and three times on this one. So that plays a big role to me. And then understanding the book and how heavy it got and things like that. Now GRRR, okay, GRRR was a phenomenal play. Why do I say that? Because there's a lot of Y10, right? You got Y10 action going on. You got a daily that's up 100 some percent already. GRRR was only up 20%. Okay, GRRR was up 20%. This was a beautiful 5-minute flag setup right here too. It did have 688s on this one. This was a great play. You can see this daily right here. Okay, another daily. This is a lot of sideways action, and it just had 2.4 mil. Right here on 1.5. All right, that's exactly where that 5-minute flag was setting up with pre-market structure. Very important. We got a lot of sideways consolidation, right? So besides the 70-cent reclaim, it really needed to claim 68 cents and then some more supply that I drew out on my daily, so 75. Then there's a tiny little window gap right here. And then after that, there's more look left sideways consolidation. All right. Sideways consolidation, there's not a big heavy dump. There's not this action right here, but it's not, down here or even down here, right? These were days to reclaim, and actually, it really did. It ran into another daily window gap on this one. This one was great, okay? On the book, let me pop up the book, but I just wanted to show you the daily. Kind of show you why, why I wanted to play this more than Y10. To me, Y10 was a phenomenal pre-market runner. If you do your data on those, you'll start seeing a lot of correlation on that, right? In that sense. But GRRR was great. The book was great on this one. Let me pull this up. Okay. GRRR was great. The pre-market had a lot of open space and then open bell. Okay. This thing looked like it was just going to fade off, but it was only up 20%. And then when it was pulling back, it was up like 17.5%. And then this flag set up about 19 or 20.3% on this one. Okay, there was a lot of open space. Okay, structure-wise too for the book. If you see, this was controlled in pre-market, and then buyers came in and swept this liquidity, and then it gapped up, consolidated, and pulled back to these previous area of interest. I did not get these ads right here. I was watching a couple other names which did not work, but that's okay. And then this thing reclaimed this area, set up, and then had some bids. Okay, percent wise, okay, too, and also looking where maybe potential shorts would be. I don't know 100%, but if there's any areas to clear out, you know, it gave a couple of opportunities right here if shorts wanted to get in here on the book, or you know, based off the chart, this pre-market high, you know, this is some clear areas of risk, you know, that's fine. After that, there was a lot of appetite on the best offer. Okay, so when you're looking at this, right, and you can compare this to the beginning of the video of Y10 when you saw that open bell open and then things started to pull back, there wasn't a lot of aggressive market buyers on that one. There was on this one. Okay, not only that, right, this is really great, right, the book's phenomenal. There was a lot of offers being pulled. Okay, as price action's starting to come in, they're starting to pull these. They're pulling these. They're pulling this one too. This was a passive order on the book for a really long time, and they pulled this one. Right? There's some nice continuation. They're starting to open it up. Right? They're pulling this one. They added this one back on. That's fine. This was a nice controlled offer right here to me. All right, this was pretty big. There was 58,000. They started to weaken it. It became 11,000. They did not want to get filled there, whoever it was, whether it was Algo, MM, whoever, or whatever. Okay, it was great to see that on the book, you know, and you can see it's just putting in higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and now we're starting to get some book flips with some bids coming in and some front runners on the bid side on this one. Okay, this right here to me is a seller's being absorbed to a previous area of interest as well. And then this kept continuing, guys. This was a phenomenal play. And remember to always, like, you know, look up or even look down. You want to see if bids are being pulled or if there's offers being pulled, because again, right here, this is a huge passive order at 98 cents, right? This got pulled. Okay, this didn't get bought up. This got pulled. They pulled it off the book. They started to move some of them to 99, and you can see how they're pulling them. Okay, that's great. That is really, really, really great. Okay, you know, they didn't want to get filled there, and that was phenomenal. Okay, so this one too. You know, as you study the book a lot, you know, personally for me, I've been studying this thing like a madman now. You can start to see when things are soaking a lot versus when they're trying to sell off or when they're starting to get heavy. You know, I really like to pay attention for a lot of offers being pulled, right? Same thing on the bid side too. If I'm staying in a play, you know, what's going on with that? Okay, as I say that, right, you got to zoom in, right? Because you want to see some bids fall up with this, even if they're getting pulled, and whether it's the algo kicking in or a market maker doing it, you know, whatever it is, you know, it's really nice to really pay attention to this and see it, you know, visually, right? So that was a great play. You know, if I break this down again real quick, had a bunch of daily levels on this one, right? This is how I mark my supply. Everyone can do it, you know, however they please. But it's really nice to see this kind of just slice through these areas, do some micro pullbacks on the 5, and then consolidate above another one, and then put in another leg and retest some higher liquidity. This thing is still sitting at, you know, it actually went for highs after hours, 129, sitting at 124. But that's it. All right. This is another great play for me from ads. I didn't catch that whole top move. I actually left. So this was a 50% return from ads, and then a little bit of 70s, which would have been, no, the highs is, sorry, highs is about 85%, 84% if you did hold into that. So that was a great play. Again, that was a little bit, that's the difference between looking at some structure on Y10 and then seeing the book how heavy it got on the offer side versus looking at GRRR, you know, and again too, while Y10 was going all crazy, you had GRRR setting up, right? GRRR daily wise, when this thing was about flagging and started to curl, it had about 7 to 9 mil on the day. It just rejected a day with 2.4. Average is sitting about 250 to 500,000. So as this was accumulating, gapping up, it was sitting around 8-9 mil or 7 to 8-9 mil, which is a great thing too, right? These are sometimes can be under the radar, and then once they catch, it's like a freight train. They just go and go and go, right? I thought target would be maybe the 200 SMA on this one on the daily, but that didn't happen. Maybe get a continuation play or micro clear out tomorrow, and then it fades off, but who knows? But all right, guys, much love. Peace out, Mikey.